80% of people fail their New Year's resolutions by February. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. I believe that if you want to change your life, you should start it like today, not tomorrow, not next year. But that being said, New Year's is a good time to get yourself motivated to start improving your life. So these are some things that I've been doing over the past year and I'm trying to continue in or start this coming year. And you can implement these into your life right now. Active journaling. So most of you know that I love 90-day goals. If you haven't tried them before, it's been life-changing for me. They're short enough that you can actually achieve them without losing motivation, and they're long enough that you can make significant progress towards whatever you're trying to make progress towards. So every Sunday night or Monday morning, I sit down and I write out what I'm trying to achieve for that week that's gonna get me closer to that overall goal. Hopefully just a few select things, why it is important to me, how it can affect those around me, and what impact it can actually make in my life. After that week and I've given it my best shot to achieve those goals, I kind of do a weekly review and see what I could have done better and then what things I actually did achieve, and then just kind of give myself a little bit of an attaboy, you know, like good job, you actually did make some progress. It's important to reward yourself and kind of like encourage yourself to keep that motivation going long term and not just for a few days. For me, this is just super important to try to make sure that I'm getting 1% better every week, every day, whatever I can do to get closer to that goal, and just watching the compound effects over a long period of time. Now, it is important, however, when you're writing down goals to use SMART goals. So while I can do a whole video on SMART goals, it's pretty much specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. That's why I actually switched my goal from trying to reach 500,000 subscribers, which is not really in my control, to just making sure I'm making the best video I can possibly make every single week and never missing a Monday upload. And in turn, that should hopefully get me to 500,000 subscribers, which is when I'll be able to get a Tesla. But one goal is out of my control and one is something that I can actually do. Do one thing physical activity edition. Did you know that sitting too long can kill you? Well, that's according to some studies done in 2011 and 2017. I've talked about before doing one thing to get you closer to your goal every single day, but this point is more talking about physical activity. I used to sit all the time for my jobs or while editing videos. It's still something that happens a lot when you're working on your laptop or whatever. You just sit for an extremely long period of time. It really messed up my back a while ago. So now I've been kind of implementing this new rule, and that's just kind of trying to take 10 minutes to get up, stretch, go outside, get some fresh air as often as I can throughout the day, especially if I've been sitting for an hour or 2 hours. Just getting up, stretching everything out, going for a walk. It makes me way more productive when I do come back to work, and it also helps my body feel better. It's the little things, but it will make you feel so much better. Save money on food, eat better, and just be healthier. Honestly, that is such a broad topic. So what can you actually do to kind of achieve some of those things? For me, it's been making a meal plan. It's the simplest thing you can do, but if you do that every week, pick a specific day, put a reminder in your phone, you write down a meal plan, and then you actually cook and shop for those meals, you'll save a ton of money. You won't have to go out to eat as often. A lot of times it'll be much healthier food. You can batch cook, so you only have to cook a few times a week, save you a lot of time and money that way. I've done a couple of videos on some of the meals that I make. If you guys want to check them out, I'll leave some links down below. And if you want me to make another one, let me know down in the comments. Those are super fun to make. Anyways, eat healthy and save money. Pick a savings goal. Almost everybody has something that they would like to do, like to buy. Maybe it's getting out of debt or buying a house. Something that we've been trying to do more and specifically save towards is travel. Recently, we've been to Aruba and Costa Rica and Pennsylvania, and we've been saving for all of these for years. But a few tips that can help you actually save for and achieve those financial goals is first, writing down what the goal is with the SMART goal of when do you want to buy, exactly how much you need, when you need it by, and then reverse engineering how much you need to save and doing things like setting up automatic deposits so that every time you get paid, some money goes into a savings account specifically for that thing. As you do this week after week or month after month, it adds up extremely fast, and it's not as daunting for you when it's a slow process over a long period of time. But actually make sure that you physically write it down. Use the 2-minute rule. I've talked about this rule before, but seriously, if you haven't tried it, it changes everything. I feel like I say this a lot, but there's been these little things that have drastically changed my life. The 2-minute rule is really the idea that maybe you need to clean your house or declutter something. While doing the entire thing might seem daunting, doing the first 2 minutes of it and getting started is actually the hardest part. And if you can get past that, where you're only going to commit to doing it for 2 minutes, you will actually start to make progress. For me, when I don't feel like going to the gym, I commit to putting on my shoes, putting on my workout clothes, going out and sitting in the car. And then I'm welcome to come back inside. That's all I'm committing to. And if I do come back inside, that's fine. But 98% of the time, I actually go to the gym, and it's just from doing that first small little step. 2-minute rule. Make an evening routine. Everybody talks about morning routines, and yes, they are very important, but just as important is an evening routine. It's so easy that after the end of a long day, you're tired, you just want to sit down, watch some TV, and then it ends up getting late, and then you end up going for a snack, and just things get out of hand, and then you wake up tired the next day. It's this whole thing. But taking a few minutes to write out what you're doing the next day, to charge your phone somewhere that's not right next to your bed, so that when the alarm goes off in the morning, you have to get up out of bed in order to go to it, laying out your clothes for the next day, reading instead of watching TV, or setting a time that your Wi-Fi turns off or your TV turns off, can drastically improve your sleep, can just improve a lot of things. So if you don't have an evening routine, now is a great time to start one that's very simple, very small, and then you can grow that over this next year. Meet some new people. This is honestly something I'm not very good at as an introverted person, but it's something I've been consciously trying to do over this past year, and especially carrying on into this next year, of meeting and spending time with people who really improve and motivate me, really. Like, I went to Vid Summit last year, I hung out with a bunch of other YouTubers who are in my space, and now we try to do video calls because we're all over the world, where we can just talk about stuff and hang out and motivate each other. And everybody has different fields and different people that they know that will give them that same motivation, that you just talk to somebody or you meet somebody new, and that can change everything. Like, there's something to learn from everybody. So putting yourself in situations, whether it's going to networking events, emailing people, or hitting them up on socials, and just trying to grab a cup of coffee and expand your horizons and not just stay in your exact same friend group. There's a saying that you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and I believe that's very true. I've definitely seen that for me. So make sure that you're spending quality time with quality people who want the best for you and don't want to hold you back so that you fit in with them. Even if you just take one of these and really focus on doing it for this year, the smallest thing that you possibly can, it will have drastic compound effects. If you guys want more ideas, I did another video like this last year, where you can check out 5 rules that will quickly improve your life, that I did a couple months ago. You never know what one thing will change everything. And one thing that you can do right now is subscribe to this, to my channel. I don't know. Have a good year, guys, and thanks for watching.